What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tyler. The truck is the Sandworm, and today we are on to the next process of the DIY camper build. I'm actually recording this intro after the fact because we've already done some steps, but I recorded some of that. So make sure you like and subscribe. We're gonna roll the intro and then we're gonna move on to stripping all the wood and everything off the trailer. Okay guys, to get this ready to take to my buddy at work to help me build the frame, he tasked me with the job of pulling all the wood off. So we're gonna strip all the wood down and then we're gonna take this to him tomorrow after work, and he's gonna help us move the axle back because right now the axle is not even 50-50. It's like too far forward. So we're gonna move that back to get more stability, especially with putting a camper on here. But we're gonna take the wood off and then take it to him, and he's gonna fabricate the frame for us. And then the biggest part after that that's left would be building the actual camper portion, and then it'll be just adding wiring and storage and tires to match the truck. So let's get to stripping all this wood off. All right, so we've got all the wood off. There's some stuff that I didn't quite have the tools for because this is welded on over there. These things won't come off, these bolts or rivets or whatever you want to call them. Okay, that one came off. But anyways, some of these won't come off, so they'll need a grinder. I don't have a grinder. But that's it, and now it's gonna go to a buddy's house for the next step to cut all this down level to just the bottom frame, and then we're gonna build it back up to be the full camper frame. Okay, so I ended up taking my trailer to my buddy's house because I can't do the welding and stuff. I don't have the skill set for that. So he's helping me out. He actually built the frame already. We're about 95% done with the frame. We are just waiting on me to buy some windows and a door and some other things to kind of add the rest of the pieces to the frame to make sure the windows are gonna be solid and everything. But here's a picture of what it looks like now. As you can see, the axle still is a little too far front, so part of the next step is to get that axle moved back. I'm hoping to get some Timbren active off-road suspension for the camper, just so it can go a little bit more where the truck goes. And some of you guys mentioned adding the that specialized hitch to where it can rotate and stuff. I can't remember, I can't think off the top of my head of what it's called, but I'm looking into that as well. And then also adding a hitch to the side of the frame, like a hitch receiver to the side of the frame to put my bike rack on the side of the camper as well, or maybe even on the front of the camper. But this is what the camper looks like so far. I actually need to, before we put the windows and doors, I actually have to go up to Indiana to get some fiberglass from Crane Composites because they're sponsoring the build, and they gladly helped out with some fiberglass for the camper. So I'm going to Indiana next month with a trailer and the Sandworm to go pick up that fiberglass, and then when we come back, it should be as straightforward as me ordering some windows and a door, cutting everything to where it needs to be, and then sticking it all together. And then once that process is done, then I can start working on the interior, the electrical, and actually getting this thing ready to go on its first trip of camping. So I'm hoping to get that done within the next 2 months. I know this has been a slow build. Some of you guys were asking for an update on the trailer build, so I just wanted to give this quick update. I do not have it with me, obviously, right now, but we're getting there. It's a slow process. This is my first time doing any kind of project like this, so this is a big project for me, but it's going smoothly so far. And I hope it continues to go smoothly, but I'm super excited with how this is going to turn out. I do have the whole frame built out of steel, and then an aluminum sheet is going to go on the bottom to kind of protect the wood and the interior from rain and mud and things like that. And then obviously I already said I'm going to do a fiberglass composite on the outside to protect everything. So it's not going to be the lightest that I could have built it, but it's not going to be crazy heavy, especially not for the Canyon, which can tow 7,700 pounds. I mean, I think my towing capacity is a little bit less now because of all the stuff I have on the truck, and I changed out the suspension, but I know the truck can still tow, 6,000 pounds or whatever. So super excited for that. But make sure you guys like and subscribe so you can stick along, and I will check back in once I get back from Indiana with that fiberglass, and once we start moving on to the next step of the camper build.